Welcome to Folding Towels, a podcast for massage therapists with Jackie and David. If you are enjoying our episodes and want to support the production, consider buying us a coffee. Your contributions help us bring you more insightful discussions and expert interviews. Follow the link in the show notes or visit buymeacoffee.com/Folding Towels podcast to contribute, and thank you for your support.
Hello everybody, welcome to another wonderful episode of the Folding Towels podcast. How are you, David? How are you going?
Hey Jackie, I'm really well. What's happening
awesome.
In your world?
Just being very busy through the middle of the year, just doing all the things, being a parent to two kids, playing a lot of sport as usual. I think we talked about this around this time last year. Just doing all the things that need to get done every day. So
Yeah. I think I've said
what
in
about
the previous.
you, David? What are you up to?
I think I've said in a previous episode that the start of the year is often quite chaotic, and then by about April we get past Easter, and then I find my stride and things settle into a rhythm for the year. That is totally not the case. This year I have been made a liar of.
This year is absolutely mad. It's just chaos. There's so much happening. Everybody's very busy. Lots of people changing their appointments. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. And everybody seems to be saying the same thing to me. So, yeah.
Well, we are recording this episode at the end of June. It's end of financial year, and it is definitely cold and flu season right now.
Happy EFS, everybody.
I hope you haven't spent money unintentionally or unnecessarily.
And for those of you that have been told to spend money by your accountant, good luck to you.
Yeah, that means you've made money.
So for those people that are not in Australia, we have our tax year halfway through, the end of our tax year, halfway through the calendar year. So our tax year is from July to June. So we're about to flip over into a new tax year in, very soon. Very exciting.
Well, one thing that I'm excited about, Jackie, is that we've just been through the winter solstice, the shortest day or the longest night of the year. So from today, even though it's going to get colder and wetter over the next couple of months, the days are going to start getting longer.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is a beautiful, sunny June day today, and I've been out for a walk and a run.
Oh, you've already been out to do some exercise, David.
Yeah, I have my dopamine and my endorphins. They
Good
are
job.
on board along with my caffeine.
Before we started recording, David just asked me what I've been up to this morning, and I said, I got up. I'm dressed. I'm doing the podcast with you, so that's all I've done. So excellent work, David.
But we also said that any day that we wake up is a good day.
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I am not a morning person. That is the difference.
We're on conference together, and I'm up at 6:45. It's like, Jackie, let's go. I'm awake. Let's go. Like, get stuffed.
I'm wandering around like a zombie, like, don't speak to me. It was so funny. It takes me a little while to get going in the morning. It does. So But if you need something at 10 p.m., I'm your gal.
Yeah. Yeah, I am brain checked out at that point of time.
Yeah. So funny.
Hey, what are we talking about today, Jackie?
We have a really exciting topic. I'm genuinely excited for this. This is genuine, not sarcasm, but we have a very exciting topic for you today, and it is 5 more niches that you probably have not thought about.
Yeah. What sort of niches do people think about?
Well, I think some of the biggest ones are like pregnancy massage is always right up there, and then athletes, and you can then break that down into different kinds of athletes, and also corporate as well. I think those are some of the biggest ones that we think of.
Yeah, so we're not talking about them today.
No, these are like really drilling down into stuff that most people would not really think of. If you had to make a list of niches, you would not put these on your list.
Yeah, and you probably should. Yeah.
One of the things that we are going to talk about, one of these niches, I have actually been getting a lot of these clients, David. So I am really excited to delve into this.
Yeah.
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 No, that's cool. There's so many people that just like that want to come and see us, or that might have certain, conditions or disabilities or different needs, and they're not necessarily telling people about them, so they kind of go unnoticed. They don't identify themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
And they just want somewhere to feel safe. They're searching, they're looking really hard for a wonderful massage therapist, but they're not sure if they're going to get what they need from that massage therapist. So can't wait to actually...
Before we announce that first niche, a lot of niching discussions is based around money. Like, you should go into this niche because you can make money. And yes, we are in business. We are either employees or contractors or self-employed. So there needs to be an exchange of funds for our service. That is absolutely true. But if your motivation, your sole motivation for going into a particular niche is to make as much money as possible, you probably need to have a bit of a think about your own values, because these niches aren't necessarily about money, but they are unmet needs. And I want you to flip your thinking from money to need, because that is exactly what a niche is. Someone needs something, and you can fulfill that need, and getting paid is a bonus.
Yes, absolutely. That is a wonderful way to think about it. Huge agree. Yeah.
Yep. What's niche one?
Niche one is people that have smell sensitivities, chemical sensitivities, and hidden disabilities.
Yeah, I'm in this category.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, okay. I have smell sensitivities.
I think actually a lot of us do these days. Yeah, I know I have very sensitive skin, and if somebody's using a very strong laundry powder, I will react from the towels, particularly if they're not cleaned properly. Yeah.
Yes.
And I won't go back there as well.
Yeah, there are some things that could potentially close over my airway, so that's not a fun experience.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's it's something super important to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not necessarily so essential oils I'm generally okay with, but some of those artificial fragrances, and someone who might come into my own clinic with strong perfume can really cause me a lot of discomfort and ill health.
Right. So what do you do about that in your clinic, David? Do you tell people, please do not wear any perfume? Like, do you have signs up? How do you manage that for yourself?
It's not in signage in my clinic, but it is certainly in my intake about please don't wear strong perfumes. And I don't react to all perfumes, but some, and I'm not entirely sure what the actual chemical compound is that I'm reacting to, but I have had to have discussions with people where the smell has been so strong that my eyes have been itching, my throat has felt really rough and raw, and in one instance my nose even started to bleed with that person. And I feel that if I have to vent the room for like 15 minutes, and in one case, I even had to scrub my table with solvents to get the smell out of the table, because other people could smell like the permeation of perfume from that person's, it went through my towels and into the vinyl of my table.
That's crazy.
But it's not just chemical. So chemical sensitivities are one of the disabilities recognised under Disability Discrimination Act. And just spraying scents willy-nilly around the place I don't think is good practice anyway. You don't know who's coming into any type of public space, and that person shouldn't have to feel like they're going to be assaulted by the toilet freshener when they're just going through basic human needs. So we do need to be very, very aware of that. But those smell sensitivities could also be linked to a traumatic experience. And so the smell of cigarette smoke on your clothing or coffee on your
Yeah.
breath or a particular type of deodorant
Yeah.
or perfume could be quite triggering about an incident in your past. The smell of disinfectant.
Yeah. Some people are also extremely allergic to some things, and peanuts are often the worst case
Oh,
for a lot
yes.
of people. And if you have had, a nut bar with peanuts in it, and you still have that on your breath, and the person is that allergic to peanuts, hopefully they're actually talking to you about this before they come to see you. But maybe you forgot, and this can be an issue for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you use almond oil and you have someone with a nut allergy.
Yeah.
I looked into almond oil once and nut allergies, and I think it's probably safe, but I'm not prepared to take that chance.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? How much are you willing to risk? Because you could potentially, if somebody gets very, very sick, you could possibly lose your business over it.
Someone could lose their life over it.
Well, that's very true too. Yeah. This is actually something that gets talked about when you are doing your aromatherapy qualification, because a lot of people want to have a beautiful smelling clinic, and that's a good thing to have. You want it to smell nice. And so they will diffuse some essential oils or have those beautiful smells. But it's really, as you said, some smells can be triggering. And one of those triggers, believe it or not, is actually the scent of lavender.
Yeah.
People are either allergic to lavender because it is very, very overused in different products and it's out there in everything, or they actually hate the scent of lavender so much that they refuse to wear it, they refuse to buy products that have it in it. So that's another one, because people think, oh, but essential oils smell amazing, that and they do smell lovely, but you have to really be aware that sometimes those scents, people will just go, no, just not doing it. They won't come back.
Smell is one of our most powerful memory triggers, and smell association. So if your clinic smells like the locker room of a men's football club, for example, that might be great for someone coming in going, yeah, I'm feeling sporty, and it smells about right. Or if it smells like their grandma's house just before their grandma passed away, that smell might be relaxing to one person, but trigger some really deep emotional responses in another. But you're saying about lavender, and let me tell you something. I was on this massage training course some years ago, and the trainer was saying, at the end of the massage, so this was corporate stuff, so they're in a chair. At the end of the massage, when the person takes their face out of the face cradle, I spray them in the face with this lavender spray. And I went, oh, no!
Holy shit, really? Oh, my God.
One, I don't want someone to just spray some random stuff in my face at the end of a massage. Two, have you done a proper intake?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please never, ever do that to anyone. Oh, my Lord.
And in that corporate setting, that person will then walk through the corridors and walk through the office spaces with that scent on them.
Yeah.
And potentially cause harm to one of their colleagues.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Just be careful. And as part of your intake, you need to be asking about sensitivities. And someone who has a smell sensitivity or a chemical sensitivity will look for practitioners who are knowledgeable in this space.
Yeah.
You might make some declarations on your website about you only use unscented products or something along those lines. And when they have found a practitioner who is knowledgeable and sensitive, they will talk to, because they're often in communities through Facebook, Reddit, those types of things, they'll talk to their friends about, or associates about you, saying you need to see this person because they understand.
I think for this type of stuff, word of mouth is vital, because
Yes.
you're right. A lot of people with these hidden sensitivities that are not acknowledged a lot of the time by the medical field, they're in the Facebook groups. They are talking to other people with this problem, and they are telling people, I went and had a massage and this lady sprayed me in the face with the lavender oil.
Yeah.
And it was awful. Never go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Word of mouth is so important for this particular type of issue. Yeah.
And if you see a allergy on your intake form, you need to know your own products inside out. Does my blend, if you're using a blended oil, contain that allergen in it? If so, you need to have an alternative. Always have a backup. Veganism, for example, is a growing thing, and if you have animal products like a beeswax, you might want to have a vegetable-based product. That's not a disability or a sensitivity, but it is a necessary thing for an alternative. You need to know your things inside out, and you also need to talk to your clients so they may have filled out the form. You need to verbally check that and say, I just want to check, do you have any sensitivities I need to be aware of? My oil contains sunflower oil, olive oil, canola oil, grapeseed oil. Do you have a sensitivity to any of those things? And if they say yes, make a note, pull out your alternative. If they say no, you need to note that down as well. I have asked the questions and there is no sensitivity. It's safe to proceed.
I would actually argue, David, that you should be doing this with every client.
Absolutely.
Like any time.
Every intake.
Checking their allergies, checking if they have sensitivities, and knowing what is in your products that you're using should be a bare minimum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I also know of another practitioner who used green-lipped mussel oil on someone because it has anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
That person had a shellfish allergy.
Yeah. I think you've told us that story before, David. I remember you telling me that. Yeah. That's
it's scary.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's bad.
Yeah.
I feel quite stressed right now, David. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Can we skip over to number 2?
Yes, let's do it. Please don't kill your clients. It's bad.
Oh, please don't.
They won't leave a 1-star review, but their family may.
Oh, God. Oh, you're stressing me out so much today, David.
All right, let's talk about scars, like post-surgery and scar massage.
Yeah. This is one that is becoming very popular and very talked about lately, David, actually.
Yeah, well, there's been a considerable amount of research as to just how much impact a scar can have biomechanically on the body and how distal that impact might be from the actual surgery site. Yeah. And scars could be anticipated, and they may be from something traumatic. I remember seeing a scar massage course, and in their video they used the terminology of planned scars and unplanned scars, and in the planned scars they included C-section, and I got a bit upset about that. Because the number of mums I've worked with whose C-sections have been emergency, that definitely wasn't a planned thing, and they carry so much dysmorphia from their C-section scar.
Oh, God, yeah. That's a huge thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's such a traumatic experience to have an unplanned cesarean.
Yeah.
To have an emergency cesarean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. That needs to be handled very carefully.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But I think that's sort of 1990s thinking. Do you remember when they used to use the words too posh to push?
Oh, God, yeah.
How messed up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to have a baby and you want to have all the epidurals and you want to have a cesarean, that's great. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just go in informed. All I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
to my clients, because I do see pregnant clients, is you do your homework, research everything, even if you're not sure, and go in with all the information and then
Yeah.
make your decision. Yeah.
And a C-section totally can be planned. That's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
And for
Yeah.
some, it is emergency, and that whole process carries trauma of being rushed through hallways and
Huge. Yeah.
anaesthetised and cut when you weren't prepared to be cut, and the rehab that then comes. Or actually, there's quite a strong absence of rehab following
Yes.
following C-section. It's quite big surgery.
This is a topic that is coming up more and more with some of my clients, that they are not getting the physiotherapy rehab that they need.
Yeah.
And up until very recently, it was such a thing that if you had a baby, you were given like a 10-minute physio visit in the hospital about a day or 2 days after you have your baby, when you're still like completely befuddled and figuring out what the hell just happened. And then you're just left to your own devices. Oh, go to the physio if you need it. Whereas now a lot of women are actually doing preventative physio while they're pregnant or even before they get pregnant, which is fantastic. So fantastic. So, yeah, that's a whole different conversation, David.
Yeah. But scars is something I get curious about in clinic. I'll see a scar. A C-section scar is not something which would be revealed to me unless the person is like, hey, and I've had a C-section, because I don't do a lot of abdominal work. But the number of people I've drawn back the towels and I've asked the questions about injuries, surgeries, et cetera, and people forget about stuff they've had done. Medical stuff. You pull back the towel and go, oh, so when did you have your spinal surgery? Oh, yeah, that was 12 years ago.
It's on their back. They can't see it.
You see a scar and like, yeah, I had a melanoma removed. Or someone who got bitten by a dog and has a scar on their face, or what have you. There's all sorts of matter of reasons why someone might have a scar. It might be cancer, joint replacement. Burns. I've seen a few burns recently. And some people are really comfortable with their scars. They've come to terms with that aspect of their body. They've embraced it. And others feel really horrid, disfigured by those scars. And so it becomes a really sensitive conversation. Because that scar totally may be contributing to their pain and their dysfunction, and being manifested by this psychological layer that is in there as well.
It really sounds like there can be a lot of trauma in this niche.
Yeah.
And that I would assume if people are doing some of this training to work through some of this specific niche and these areas, that some of that trauma training is happening. I mean, we're not, we're not therapists. We're not doing psychology diplomas and psychology degrees and all that sort of stuff. But knowing how to speak to people when they have a lot of body issues, trauma around body issues, is so important.
And that person learning to touch their own scar can be quite a powerful thing as well. There are some who are so repulsed by this mark on their body that they can't even touch it, and getting to the point of them doing their own work on the scar can be quite healing as well. But then people would talk to you about upcoming surgeries. They might have a joint replacement coming up, for example. They might have some back surgery or removal of a skin lesion or something, and so you can do some work with them prior to them going in. You can talk to them about how they can care for that site themselves, and then at their following treatments, work directly on the scar, provided you've been trained to do so.
Absolutely. One of my clients very recently came in for a treatment, and she was telling me, I've had this done, I've had that done. She does have some scarring from surgeries, and I actually expected her. We did some abdominal work, so she did show me a few of them, but I actually, from what she was describing, I expected there to be like so many crisscross different scars across her abdomen, and for it to look really like there had been so much happening there. But it was all so low in the abdomen. Like when I moved the towel down to access her tummy, I couldn't see any of the scarring. And I mentioned that to her. I'm like, where are they?
Yeah.
And she said they're very, very low. So yeah, that was an interesting perspective for me. So yeah.
The other thing about scars is that someone who may have had some laparoscopic surgery, or keyhole, those scars can be really deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can be harder to work with than some of the more visible longitudinal scars. And I became interested in scars myself during part of my myofascial training. Teacher's like, now we're going to work on scars. And I think we spent all of an hour on scar massage at that time. And I have done follow-up studies since then. And so I'm looking for some good scars. And I have a scar in between my ribs from where I had a chest tube inserted as part of life-saving surgery. And so she's looked at that one and was like, oh, this is a good scar. Placed her finger on it and manipulated that site. And quite strong sensations happened, including some quite strong memory stuff. And then I've taken this big... And it's like, oh my God, I can breathe deeply again. The scar had gone so deep into the chest, it was restricting the movement of my chest wall.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I think you're exactly right, that people can be very afraid to touch their own scars, really. Like they might superficially touch it, but to actually feel around and really sort of feel how the tissue feels over the scar and around the scar can be very frightening for people.
Yeah.
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 I think this is a really good niche, David. This is something that people have a lot of thoughts about, and sometimes they might even I only want my back massaged because they've got a lot of scarring maybe on their legs or on their abdomen. So they might have a lot of issues elsewhere through the body, and we as therapists probably know that. But they might just be so scared to actually reveal that they have scars or a burn or something, even to someone that they trust. Yeah. So this is such a great niche.
Yeah. Yeah, and all scars are different as well. And some people develop keloids. Some people scar quite deeply. Other people have these immaculate scars that you can barely see that they're there. They've had a great surgeon and their skin tissue type is just the right sort. It's like, wow, your scar's amazing. It's so clean. Yeah. And others look like they've been to see Dr. Frankenstein.
I'm always internally going, high five to that surgeon that did this awesome work. Like you can barely see the joint. He's like, just a little internal high five to that doctor. Yeah,
this doctor's proud of their work, whereas this one just got the job done. Do your best and silicon the rest. You're alive, aren't you?
It's so interesting having those conversations with clients, and they'll tell you, they're like, oh, I wasn't happy with this surgeon. He did this and this and this, but the next surgeon that did my other surgery, he was great. He did this differently. He did that. They know all about it. It's so interesting hearing about what's happened to them.
Yeah. Let's move on, Jackie.
We should. Niche number 3. This might be a little bit of a moment for everybody. It's neurodivergent clients. And this
the spicy community.
Yes, this is like, yes. Why didn't I think about this before?
What is neurodivergence, Jackie?
Oh gosh, you're asking the wrong person. Don't ask me to explain this. It's the vibe of the thing, David. I'm just going to go back to like, it's this, it's that.
It's the
I'm terrible
constitution.
at explaining stuff.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's brains work the same way.
Yeah.
We don't all think the same way. We don't all feel the same way. We don't function the same way. Some people can think and feel and function in ways that are considerably less common, as opposed to people who are neurotypical. I think the most common terms we would hear is something like ADHD or autism. And now each of those labels, so to speak, are quite broad
Yes.
as to how a person may function in those spaces. And there's other areas of neurodivergence, which includes things like sensitivities, sensory seeking, sensory fleeing, and even to a certain aspect dyslexia and other conditions. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Things like dyslexia or even hyperlexia, which is kind of the opposite, OCD as well. These are all a huge part of being neurodivergent. And some people might even know, for instance, that they have OCD, like genuinely have OCD, but they might not realize they're actually autistic. So it can be a really misunderstood thing for everybody. Like my grandson is autistic. And he's about to turn 6. He's very little still, but I'm still learning so much about neurodivergence, as I imagine most people are. But there's so many different things that can be on the spectrum. Like you said, some people want that sensory input. Others do not want to be touched. They do not like certain things. And I myself, I know in the massage community, sometimes we talk about what kind of towels are we using, what kind of sheets. And some people go, oh, microfiber towels. And I immediately go, ugh, like, get away from me. So yeah, there's a lot, and I think if somebody wants to really seek out neurodivergent clients and really understand them, then there could be a lot of research involved. And understanding that your autistic clients probably don't need a ton of reminding. They might be super organized. They might love routine. They might literally want the same 10 a.m. appointment on a Monday every single fortnight, and you could literally set your clock by that. And then you have ADHD clients who need about 28 reminders and a phone call.
And they'll still be late.
Yeah, and then we'll still be late. Like you have to really work with where that person is at, is probably the biggest thing, particularly if you are specializing in clients with ADHD specifically, because they do need a little more help, I'm finding myself.
There's a training group called Little Kids who do a lot of training for people who want to work with children. And part of that working with children includes working with autistic children. And I actually have a massage therapist friend who has worked in this space, and she talks about how the touch is really important as part of the regulation, but there's a lot of trust building that goes with it. And she'll bring puppets out, for example, or toys, and the toys will go through the interaction of the massage with the child, interacting with her and then interacting with the child to get to a point where the child is comfortable enough to accept massage, which might be on a table, it might be in the safe space of a room or a living room, for example, and so that whole communication, typically with an adult, if they have deliberately sought you and booked you, there will be a level of preparedness as to what might transpire. But working with children is a whole new a whole new ball game. And just get yourself educated and qualified before you try to go into that space.
Absolutely. Yes. Learning about the cohort that you're treating is so important, no matter what niche it might be.
Yeah.
Doing the education, speaking to people to know what they need, like getting actual first-hand knowledge from people, really, really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when someone fills out your intake form, you may actually get a vibe early on as to how they may present to you, either because you can see a particular type of medication listed if they have gone down the path of medication for something like ADHD, or because there is so much detail entered on the form. You read it and go, whoa, I'm going to have to block out an appointment time to be able to read this form. There is so much detail. But thank you. When you can come and you can just get on my table. I don't need to probe for answers. And others where developing your working language is really, really important.
Yeah.
Someone who is autistic and they come into your space and you just say, how are you feeling today? May not be able to answer that.
Yes.
And so you need to have backup questions.
Yeah.
What parts of the body would you like me to work through today and why? Can you point to the areas which hurt today?
Yeah.
And if at the end of the massage you say, how are you feeling? They won't know how to answer.
Some autistic people absolutely hate those broad questions. They really hate them. So getting specific can be a really good thing. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, don't expect them to get off the table going, that was the most amazing experience, and to fill you with compliments. I came for a massage, it was functional, and now I'm departing. Our relationship ends here today. And don't be offended.
I love that so much because I feel like that's me, David. Like I'm actually quite bubbly in real life, like, and when I'm going for a massage, like, oh my God, like I love it. But in my general life, I'm like, well, I'm doing the thing. And my husband is so different to me, and he will say to me, you know, how are you going? How are you doing this? I'm like, well, I'm going to work. Like it's just such a straightforward, like, I'm going to work, I'm doing the thing, I'm feeding the kids, I'm making a meal, I'm doing this. And and he's like not actually meant what he said at all. He was expecting a completely different answer. So that describes me so much. It's hilarious.
Yep. Yeah, so just because someone presents and says, I'm autistic, doesn't mean that you can immediately understand who and how they are. Yeah. You just need to ride with it, be prepared to ask lots of questions and personalize as much as you can. The neurotypical person will just walk into your space and go, this is amazing, lay on the table and go, yes, everything about it is perfect. Yeah. That may not be true for some of our spicy community.
Absolutely. The way you wash your towels, how you have them on the table, the texture, like that feeling, whether they're cold, how you actually drape a person, all of those things.
The lights in your room.
The lights, the music. They may want no music. They may want a very specific type of music. They may actually hate music and want to listen to a podcast instead.
Yes.
All of these things are going to have to be thought about if you have a lot of autistic clients. Yeah.
And asking questions like, have you had a massage before? And if the answer is no, you need to ask questions around their expectations, be prepared to brief them on what to expect. And if they say yes, this is a great opportunity to say, what did you like about it? And they might say, nothing. Okay, well, what didn't you like about it? What did the practitioner do? Yeah. And that's when they might say, I just came for a massage. I didn't enjoy it. I just felt that I needed it. That's a valid question, a valid statement. But get curious as to the types of things that they got annoyed about. It might be that they just wanted to be by themselves and the practitioner talked to them the entire time. Yeah. And they don't do small talk. They don't want to be asked about the football and the weather and the politics. Yeah. Which I don't want to ask those questions either. Or being checking in with them continuously, that might be seen as best practice. You do it too often and they'll just get pissed off. Just leave me alone. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how I feel. I'm not connected to my body. Yes. Just leave me alone.
Yes. Well, one of your intake questions could be, and maybe should be, would you prefer to have a completely silent, no chatting session on the table, or do you want a couple of minutes of chatting at the beginning of the session to settle you in, and then no talking? You know, how much chatting do you want through your session? Because you do get clients that want to chat to you all the time,
Yes.
and then you get some that want silence, complete silence through the session. So asking that is, it gives you that basis. You can go, okay, this person prefers the silence. Okay, easy.
Yep. Yes, and some people may be completely uncomfortable with silence and need to be talked at because their brain is so busy. Those are exhausting sessions.
Oh my God. You are so on the spectrum, David.
I have not been tested.
We're speculating, but all signs point to the tism.
Look, last year I went to see a psychologist about some stuff, and she said, "Look, if you want a diagnosis, I can point you in the right direction, but it's my professional opinion that there is a touch of the spicy sauce in there." I'm like, well, if I got a diagnosis, would that actually change anything for me? And so, like, I'm not keen to go down that process. There are families, there are children, there's adults whose lives are quite disrupted by their autism, their ADHD, or other hidden things.
Yeah.
And they require the support. I just go by the badge of quirky, and I'm quite happy with that.
That's good. Yeah. That's fine.
I think it's also not our job, because it's becoming quite common where people go, "You're autistic. You need to have you been tested?" It's not our job as massage therapists to do that to other people. We may have some suspicions, and there'll be a few people that aren't comfortable in disclosing, and you get partway through the treatment, and go, "I have detected a disturbance in the force."
No, we definitely can't diagnose, and we shouldn't be saying that sort of stuff to our clients either. No, absolutely not. It can be a little bit of a fine line sometimes, particularly if our clients are very chatty about it. But yes, we definitely can't say, "Oh, you've definitely got this," or "You've definitely got that." No, absolutely not.
I would say quite comfortably that around 50% of my current client list are neurodivergent.
Yeah, right. Okay.
At least, maybe more.
Maybe, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to chat about niche number 4, David, and this is the one that I'm super excited about, because I'm actually getting a lot of clients with these issues.
Yes,
and
same.
So I need to do some more research about this.
Yeah.
That's hypermobility and connective tissue disorders.
Yes.
And yes, this is such a broad and confusing niche, but it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, there's not enough information, credible information in this sector.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is covering things like clients feeling tight despite being very flexible.
Yeah.
And if you get hands-on people with some of these disorders, they feel different. They feel different to people without these disorders. There's often a very big chronic pain overlap. There's often chronic fatigue. So we're talking about, I always get this slightly wrong, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, or HEDS.
Yeah.
I can never say it properly, David.
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Danlos?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and remember. And also POTS, and then TMJ. And a lot of this does overlap with neurodivergence as well.
Yes.
So there's a massive cohort of neurodivergent people that have things like EDS and POTS and have chronic pain, chronic fatigue, and TMJ issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you may have someone who comes in who is quite clearly hypermobile and they've declared or through your suspicions has ADHD, it's not your job to immediately jump to an assumption of Ehlers-Danlos, even though the ADHD population is overrepresented in that space. Someone can be hypermobile without having EDS as well. And even things like POTS, there is a score system. Someone may be, what do they call it, may have dysautonomia, but not qualify for POTS. A number of people I've had who've come and said, I've missed out by 1 point. So it's not a competition. Yeah, but what do I do?
So frustrating.
Yeah, there are scoring systems because there needs to be a cutoff at some point for all things. But yeah, people with hypermobility do feel different. Often the muscles feel really doughy. If you do stretch therapies, there may not be any real end feel to that range of motion. Testing, that person may develop tendon injuries really easily from overstretching. There's all sorts of complexities in there. And working aggressively on someone who's like, I just need you to get in there, but then their muscles are like working with Play-Doh, that can actually, it can backfire.
It's insane how different the tissue feels. It really is. That's one thing that I've noticed over the last 12 months. More and more people are younger and looking for pain relief. They don't understand why they feel the way they do. It's a really tricky thing to try and educate them, but also send them back to their GP who may not even have any idea what POTS or EDS is. Trying to work on them. And you honestly, you have to be so gentle with them. You have to work so slowly and carefully, and just like, you can't just rush in and be super aggressive and, jam elbows in everywhere, trying to relieve all their tension, because their bodies just don't work the way that our bodies work.
They may be more prone to bruising. Having them lay down for too long may cause some issues when they come to stand up. There's a whole bunch of things you need to be aware of. I would actually love to know if any of our listeners know, is there anywhere that is doing education in this field that would be good for massage therapists? Well, there is the EDS Society. They have a lot of information out there. You can go or read a lot of literature, and there's online modules that you can do specifically about EDS. And places like the ME-CFS Society, because some of these things go hand in hand with ME-CFS as well. There's education in that space. Autism Australia has training modules that you can look at to get a better understanding. You just need to be prepared to go and look at each of the specifics.
And
then if you go to read, journal articles, just be prepared that there will be a lot of conflicting information.
No surprise there, really.
But yeah, see, the person who is hypermobile may come in saying everything aches all the time. So yes, well, your body is working overtime just to keep you upright, or the deep intrinsic muscles are firing all the time. They're getting bloody tired.
Yes. So who is our last niche, David?
This is one that I'm excited about. Not because I want to work in this area, but I think it's a great opportunity for the person who's prepared to be a little bit smart. And I was prompted. So this last niche is retirees and active older people. I was prompted around this because we've recently taken on a cleaner just to come in once a month, and we were connected with him by my parents-in-law, who live in a lifestyle village. So this guy, he became disillusioned with allied health, easy to do, decided he's going to sell the farm and become a cleaner, is part of a particular church where my in-laws go, and he's like, oh, do you know anyone who might like a cleaner? And like, yeah, we might be interested in that. Come into our house, do a clean, we'll see how you go. And then they went, oh, maybe our neighbour wants a cleaner. And then the neighbour's like, well, maybe the neighbour's neighbour wants a cleaner. And this lifestyle village of 200 homes have been referring work to him. He could be quite happily employed just in this space.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine, as someone who does mobile work, in this case it's a cleaner, but you could be a mobile massage therapist, and instead of having to drive across town to go from client to client, you just went next door.
Yeah.
So when you think about working with older people, you might be thinking about nursing homes, people who are frail, have dementia, power care. But an older person, someone who's retired, could be in their 50s or early 60s, and they're still traveling, they're playing golf, they walk every day, they look after grandchildren, they're part of exercise groups, they're volunteering, they've got hobbies, they're not slowing down, and they want to be active for the next 20 or 30 years.
Yeah. One of a good friend of my sister is actually still working full-time, about to go part-time they are in their 70s. So I know we're talking about retirees, but a lot of people are still very active at this age. They're out playing golf every day. They are doing the grey nomad thing. They are traveling around, going for walks every day, looking after grandkids, all the things.
Yeah. And they move into these lifestyle villages, well, not everyone, but the ones that have chosen to move into a lifestyle village, they're not there because they need a want care, but because they want community, that social interaction with people their own age at the same stage of life as themselves. And the security and the convenience. And those lifestyle villages, the ones that my in-laws live in, has this big hall with meeting rooms in it and a theatre, and there's an activities coordinator and all those types of things. So getting into one village could open doors for you either to go house to house or to set up a temporary clinic in one of those central facilities. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's such a great idea of having either a massage therapist on site in one of those activity rooms, a meeting room, for, you could work there 2 or 3 days a week or even 5, or to go from door to door around the village and see the people in their actual homes. Like, I love this so much. I love it.
And the social groups within my in-laws village, apart from there being a social club where every person who lives there is part of the social club, they've got a Probus club and a Rotary and a Masonic, a Grand Masons. So there are communities within the communities who are looking for things like guest speakers or a short presentation or workshop to be delivered. It's an opportunity to go in there, provide a service as a service, and that then introduces you to a whole new market.
Yeah. And they often have so many things that we can talk about that they just want to feel good. They just want to feel good and be as healthy as possible. And a bonus is they often don't want super deep tissue. You don't have to know about sports massage. They just want to be able to get out in the garden and stay healthy and see their grandkids and keep volunteering and keep, doing all the things that they're currently doing. But they want to do it for another 20 years.
Yeah, having a meaningful retired life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is totally a trust-based market as well. If Margaret says you're wonderful, you'll probably meet 3 of her neighbours next week. But also, if you screw up, just don't do it. Don't screw up.
This is where building that relationship really matters, but also having a really good intake as well and asking those questions, because a lot of these people will be on different medications. They might bruise easily because they're on blood thinners, stuff like that. So asking those questions, talking to your clients and finding out what they want, what they need, how much massage experience do they have already, because some of them might not have any. And starting slow. You can always start with a 30 or 45-minute appointment. It doesn't have to be an hour or an hour and a half. You can build up. Talking and building that relationship, so important.
Yes. Yeah. I think we're going to wrap this up, Jackie.
I love these niches, David.
Yeah.
This is
I love these niches too. Yeah. Because it's not just a market segment. We're talking about people who have needs who may not be obvious. But if you are prepared to understand those needs, you can develop a really deep and rich relationship within these communities.
And look, if you are niching down into a specific area, specific type of client, you might, need to make money, obviously, but they will find you. They will come to you. You don't always have to do a ton of marketing, because word of mouth is often so important to some of these people. It's such a good thing to do, to niche down and to find your people.
Yes.
Find the people you love. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And with all of these niches, you may need to do a bit of research as to what requirements are asked of you. If you're working with children, your state may have specific requirements about what you need to do to work with a minor. If you're working with older people and vulnerable people, there may be some very specific things that you need to do beyond just getting a police check or a working with children check. There may be additional training which by law you are required to do. We can't tell you what that is because it varies across every state.
It does, absolutely.
It's up to you to find out.
Yes. Some research time.
Yeah. Hey, if you have your own little niche that we haven't talked about across any of our niching episodes, we'd love to hear about it. You could head over to Instagram or Facebook and or even to the website or even through your listening app and send us a message and tell us where your professional journey has taken you.
We would love to know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd love to support the podcast and help keep the conversations flowing, you can buy us a coffee.
Yes, that is not an actual coffee. It is a representation of one. Which we'll say thank you.
Donation.
Yeah.
We love listening to your stories. Do send us a message on Instagram or Facebook and have a chat with us online if you feel so inclined. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
We're going to see you in the next one.
We will. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, David.